When most people see this painting online, they call it the sad clown painting. A lonely man in a red costume sits in the shadows while a celebration takes place behind him. The image has become a symbol of depression, loneliness, and the idea that the people who make us laugh are often suffering the most. But the real story behind this painting is even more fascinating. The artwork is called Stańczyk, painted in 1862 by the Polish artist Jan Matejko. The man dressed in red isn't a clown at all. He is Stańczyk, a court jester who lived during Poland's golden age in the 1500s. Unlike the fools often portrayed in movies and stories, Stańczyk became famous for his intelligence. He entertained kings, but he was also known for making sharp political observations and criticizing those in power. In many historical accounts, he was considered one of the wisest men at court. That makes this painting very different from what most people think. At first glance, it appears that Stańczyk is simply sad. But if you look closer, you'll notice a letter lying open on the table beside him. According to the painting's story, the letter contains news that the important city of Smolensk has fallen to enemy forces. This was a major disaster for Poland. And yet, while the nation faces a crisis, the royal court continues to celebrate. Behind Stańczyk, nobles dance, laugh, and enjoy themselves as though nothing has happened. Only the jester seems to understand the seriousness of the situation. This is the painting's central irony. The people who are supposed to lead the country are distracted by entertainment, while the man whose job is to entertain is the only one paying attention. The fool is the wisest person in the room. Matejko painted this scene more than 300 years after Stańczyk lived. But the artist wasn't just interested in history. When the painting was created in 1862, Poland itself was going through a difficult period. The country had been divided and controlled by foreign powers. Many Poles feared that their culture, identity, and independence were disappearing. By painting Stańczyk as the only person concerned about the nation's future, Matejko was sending a message to his own generation. He was asking a question that remains relevant today. What happens when society becomes distracted while important problems are ignored? That question is one reason the painting continues to resonate with modern audiences. Look carefully at Stańczyk's face. He doesn't appear dramatic or emotional. Instead, he looks exhausted. His posture is heavy. His eyes are distant. His hands are folded together as if he is carrying a burden that nobody else can see. This subtle expression is part of what makes the painting so powerful. It captures a feeling many people recognize: the loneliness of understanding something that others choose to ignore. Over the years, the image has taken on new meanings. Psychologists, writers, and internet users often connect it to the idea of the sad clown paradox. The observation that people who bring joy to others can sometimes struggle deeply themselves. Whether or not Matejko intended that interpretation, the painting seems to fit it perfectly. A man surrounded by celebration sits completely alone. A performer understands the truth while the audience remains unaware. A fool becomes the wisest person in the kingdom. More than 160 years after it was painted, Stańczyk remains one of Poland's most celebrated artworks and one of the most emotionally powerful paintings in history. It reminds us that wisdom doesn't always come from kings, politicians, or scholars. Sometimes it comes from the person everyone assumes is just there to make them laugh. Subscribe for more stories behind history's most fascinating artworks.